Hey guys, Rinji here, once again bringing you the worst out of the VTuber community. And what's more fun than two different fandoms interacting with one another, forming a veritable tornado of nonsense. And I like when this happens with VTubers, because today's crossover is something I haven't seen before. It's something that's completely unique to this specific case. As a VTuber artist has encountered a closed species person trying to get them to change their OC because it looks too much like their closed species creation. And what is a closed species? Because this is a very specific thing to artist communities, as well to communities with like specific niche interests. For example, furries have a lot of closed species things within their own communities. But let's actually take a look at the proper definition of what a closed species is, taken from DeviantArt. What is a closed species? A closed species is a race of a creature or a humanoid character that an artist makes and distributes to the community in the forms adoptables or MYO slots. Typically, closed species are monitored very closely by the creators, and all official characters that are members of said species will be catalogued on a master list. A closed species character is distinguished from a regular OC, that is, original character, by the lore and world to which they belong. A general character is created and exists in whatever world they are created for. A hobbit exists in the world of Middle-earth. A hiccup haddock exists in the town of Berk. Your OC can exist in a world you created for them. A closed species OC exists canonically in the world their creator made for them. The main reasons we create master lists is to ensure the quality of the species and to protect the people who own them. The master list makes sure that all the new characters being created have all the traits and abilities that make that species unique. The master list also serves as a recipe to prove that an individual actually owns a certain design. This protects people from being able to lie and resell a design that doesn't belong to them. What a CS is not. A closed species is not a way to exclude people or make them feel unwanted. They are not a way to make a quick buck, and they are not just artists being greedy. Artists, like anyone else, need to be able to eat and pay their bills. If they can accomplish that by selling their artwork regardless of medium, then they're going to do it. You cannot tell someone that worked very hard on their concept that they have to allow it to be used for free just because you can't afford it. This is also not a place to debate this, and all negative comments on this page will be hidden. Of course, it has to end on a sour note like this. But let's get to the topic of today's video, as this particular V-artist, and also VTuber, by the name of Hachi, has an encounter with a closed species person. So let's get right into that one. So I'm being confronted and told I need to change my model design because apparently a ghost tail with cat ears on it is a species owned by one specific person, and me and the other people aren't allowed to do it either. I didn't know a design idea was owned by anyone. WTF. I'm not going to be changing my design. My VTuber is a cat poltergeist. I did a ghost tail and thought, oh, maybe cat ears would be cute on it. I spent hours figuring out how I wanted it to look. This is just like people getting mad over people being a shark saying you're copying Gura. Yes, this does indeed happen. It is just as silly in those cases too. I blocked the girl who confronted me about it because I'm not about to let someone make me feel like crap for wanting to have a ghost tail instead of a normal tail. And this is the DMs they got on Twitter from that specific CS person. Hi Hachi, I want you to DM me about your current design. It's very similar to the CS called Ghosties. Info about them can be found here. Possible, we would appreciate if you changed the tail to be less similar to the CS. Additionally, if you'd like to learn more about Ghosties, you can find all the information in the Discord server. You're more than welcome to join here. Hold on, let me look. This ghosty person, like a specific VTuber? No, Ghosties are closed species by Chariko. They have ghosts in their ears and a ghost for a tail. The Toy House link I sent provides the species traits. And then she went on to comment more on this. This just seems like a scammer, not gonna lie. Look on their on their toy house more in IG. The only way they allow others to have these concepts is to pay them money for it. It's a scam to other people who just want to make cute OCs. Oh yes, that's absolutely a scam. Either that person DM'd you can't tell it's a scam, or they're part of it. I think they're part of it, or just honestly really oblivious. If when it comes to communities that are centered around things like that, I would say probably oblivious and very childish too, thinking that, you know, they can own specific designs because they're very popular in their closed community with closed species characters. Like that, as if someone took or had the same idea as my steampunk pirate, I'd be like, wow, thank you, you're cool. Sounds like a closed species. Some furries seem to think they own a property without paying for copyright or anything. They don't want, they don't, and you can have whatever you like. Ignore them and do whatever you want to do. Yeah, that's what she told me. It was closed species from DeviantArt, and I never was a DA kid regarding the whole species thing. So I had no clue that was even a thing. I just drew it because I thought the idea was cute. I'm pretty sure unless it looks exactly like their design, you might have to change it. But if they don't have to trademark or it doesn't look like theirs, then there really is nothing to be done. It was a character you designed, so design is yours. I'm no lawyer though. The only thing they said is to get rid and change was the ghosts in my cat ears and the ghost tail because it was a species owned by someone. Like I'm gonna get rid of the stuff that makes my horror VTuber a VTuber? And it's literally just ghosts, like, come on. LOL, I got blocked by a girl who literally just commissioned me for a character design because of the whole closed species thing. Saying it's dumb, I'm ranting about it on Twitter, and they never told me to change my design, only that they thought it would fit in with the Discord. And here's the DMs they got. I'm so confused. I'm just gonna read now. Listen, I get where you're coming from, but they were simply asking you wanted to join the closed species. They didn't. They told her to change it. You could have declined because they would never ask you to change it and get rid of it. Like I said, they're very cool about that stuff. No, they weren't. And at the end of the day, the closed species exist, and if you think the concept is dumb, I'm sorry, but that's how closed species are. Yeah, maybe, but someone outside of it doesn't need to, you know, be beholden to them because they tell you to do stuff. Again, they never tried to force your hand and only asked if you wanted to join. If you hated that... No, they didn't. If you hated that much to rant on Twitter, I don't know what to say, lol. No one here has a problem with your tail, myself included. We aren't trying to gatekeep. It's fine to misunderstand what Kuri was saying. She was saying a very obvious thing. But I'm trying to explain what she meant, and if you can't see that, then I have nothing more to say. And after that, this person was left alone, luckily. But you know, with how people are on Twitter, they probably are gonna be going after her because he decided to talk about it in the first place. And they're gonna think, oh, it's disrespectful and this person is being unfair to this closed species person. And then they're gonna be all huffing and puffing and trying to blow her house down. And by her house, I mean her account. Because she dared to talk about her feelings regarding this very silly matter. But, you know, that's social media for you. It never really changes when it comes to things like this. But for right now, that's everything. And I hope to see you on the next one.